Hi, everybody. So, new year, new you. This is the expanded version of that message. It's only if you really shed the old or some of the old you. I really am starting to believe that. Because a lot of times we make New Year's resolutions or any kind of resolutions any time of the year, new goals, etc. But if we keep, there was an old expression, I don't know if it was from a therapist, author I knew, or if I heard it from others. But if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. Right? If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. Because it tends to be, my understanding of that is that it tends to be patterns that we follow, like routine, knee-jerk reactions to our responses or reactions to life and different situations in life. If we keep doing the same thing, we tend to get the same result. So the answer to that is do something different. Make a new choice. And I think that's what it is about new year, new you, or any time of the year when you say, okay, now I'm going to do this. I'm going to have this goal. I'm going to do this much better. I'm going to incorporate this and that. Like I was talking about to-do lists and should lists, because it's like you're shoulding on yourself, dare I say, with all these shoulds. And it's like you invite in more anxiety and lack of worthiness. Because then you give yourself in your own mental state these big lists of things to try to live up to, extremely high expectations that you'd have to be a superhero to be able to accomplish. But I think this whole thing of like doing the same thing and expecting different results doesn't work as well as taking a new approach and maybe having a smaller bite-size to-do list or a smaller expectation for yourself, and then you could increase it as you go and feel more comfortable. But what I started talking about in the last short video was when it seems I was listening to an Abraham Hicks philosophy video yesterday, and it seems that they were saying, like, if you're focusing on a problem that you're having with someone, for example, then if you're focusing really just on solutions, actually that sort of puts you in a negative state, and you're not really attracting the best that you can because of the law of attraction giving you a match to what you're vibrating. If you're really just focused on solutions and sort of in a vibration or a feeling of what a pain in the butt this is, I need a solution for that. Okay, let me fix this for that person and that for that person, and I got to do this other thing to fix for the other for that person. In my example, it's as a caregiver. That's all I'm thinking. Oh, I got to fix this for my parent and that. That actually is not a great way to invite in the new you and the new smoother life path that you hope for yourself and for others. According to that philosophy, they say it's really about focusing on you and your vibration, how you feel first. And when you feel better and you make more positive choices for your state of mind, for how you feel, for your own passions and interests, make time for your own to-do list, your own worthiness. You're acting more as a person who's worthy. And then when you do that worthiness energy, without you even intending to, will start to attract people who will treat you as if you're more worthy. Or some of the people who haven't been, they might, as the Secret movie says, they might zig when you zag. Like, you may not be around for them when they're complaining, or you might actually, without them realizing it, kind of encourage a better response from them, a better, more kindness or more understanding from them, because now you're in a new energy. Maybe you happen to be smiling more, or you're not coming at them with a state of resentment or aggravation or stress, because again, that's what the law of attraction sends you, things that match what you're vibrating, what you're feeling. Now we always have the chance to shift that and to attract better. And if this is all, in God's universe, just like the law of gravity. Okay, so my opinion is that this is just something we work with, but God is in control. Our soul's connected to God, and we co-create with Him. Ultimately, that goes over all of this. That overrides all of this. But I think if we start to also behave in ways like Dr. Joe Dispenza would say, your old personality, if you keep going with that same old personality and making the same choices, you're going to get the same results. And that old personality does not invite in the new you that you're wanting to do. So I'm going to sort of wrap this up with, in a couple of minutes, with the couple of examples of being the new you. Well, first of all, if you've made it this far, thank you so much. I'm trying to share more helpful, inspiring information. And maybe you want to, besides possibly subscribing to this channel, so you get the and putting the bell icon so you know when I'm doing these and future events. I'm probably doing a live event tomorrow, this week, Thursday. But if you can think of a way, like one way that you might take a different approach to something that you usually do to match more of the new you want to be, please share it below in the comments, and I'll give you an example. So if there's some way that you might take a different approach in your life with a regular task or regular way you interact with someone, or some choice that you make every day, maybe you do it something different, please post it below. Any idea? I'll give you a few ideas and something that I've been doing, and also some other ideas, and we'll wrap it up with that. So some ways to invite in the new you. I also say you have to shed the old. That's another way to say it. Or let go of some of the old. You don't have to do it in drastic ways. You could do it in baby steps if that seems overwhelming. Like, I can't just get rid of this person or whatever. I'm not really saying to do that. That's an option in a loving way. But, you can start just behaving a little bit differently in a more positive way, caring way for yourself besides others. Instead of so here's some examples. Ways you can shed the old to invite in the new you. Ways you can be more of the new personality that you'd like to be. So one easy example. If you take a walk, when you take a walk for fun or fitness, and you take a walk, you're walking a certain way to your job or an appointment. What about taking a different path, walking down a different block? You don't know what different opportunities you might find there. You may meet up with somebody that you were hoping to meet up with, or find there's a new offering there, a certain doctor or store, or a park or something that you had no idea about, because you always go the same way all the time. That's one way. I'll tell two others, and then I'll give you a couple of my examples. Another way you can invite in the new you, and we've heard this before, start clearing the clutter. Start clearing the clutter. I think many of us have clutter from the holidays, and clutter in general in our houses. Maybe it's in your car or your garage, or maybe you've got a storage unit. I don't know, but clearing the clutter is the way to, they say, open up the energy, move around the energy that's somehow connected to us, supposedly, as souls. And it can invite in new opportunities. Also, it tends to invite in new ideas. You may get ideas. First of all, a lot of times you forget, wow, I had that thing. Or, gee, I had that thing and I liked that thing and I couldn't find that thing. And now I can create whatever with that. For my business, for my passion following, hobby, or whatever. So clear the clutter. And maybe also you want to become a more organized person as the new you. You know, you can start a little at a time. And if that seems hard to you, because I know it's been challenging for me, one easy tip I find, because I've had organizers, I've hired them to come to help me, like once, a couple times last year, a couple of times a few years ago. And it seems basically they start with categorizing things, grouping like items together. And so if you feel like it's too intimidating to just let go or shed the old objects, items you have, the clutter, just group it, put all the hats together in a box, put all the lipstick together in another box, old toys or something in another box, old shoes in another box. And then after you do that, you go back to those and you say, wow, I don't think I need 40 hats. Sort of like there's a commercial like that now on TV. And I think it's well done, because you realize we really have an abundance of unnecessary items, probably. It's fun. It's great to do that, to have that, because we're more abundant than we think sometimes, if you look at the stuff we have. But categorizing your items, and then you see how much of something you have, and then you feel good to let go of it, shed it, donate it to someone who could really use it. You know, that's a good feeling. Or sell it if you're looking for a little extra money, or gift it to somebody, etc. Okay, so that's two ways to invite in a new you, right? One is taking a new walking path than what you usually do. Second one is clearing clutter, organizing it, grouping things like items together for a category. I'll say one more third one. Again, please share below if you can think of a way you can invite in the new you with a new approach to life, or to a task. Third way is, now this I'm going to get into a little bit of what I did today and what I see I have to do. I usually do a lot of helping with appointments for my father, which I want to do, but there are a lot of them, and there are a certain amount that he can handle himself and with an attendant. So even though it's easy for me to overgive and to take on everything and do everything myself, despite my own burnout and stress, I have to be concerned of my own self-care, my own health, in order to help him further, in order to be of service to others. I have to take care of myself, like you have to take care of yourself. So today, even though it was uncomfortable, I set it up so that my dad and the attendant, with their agreement, handle that appointment themselves. It was an easy appointment. I set up the car service back and forth. You know, it was an easy thing, but I felt uncomfortable because I know I was breaking the routine of how I've been showing up. And but if I want the new me to have more space and less stress, more space to work on my own business and my own health and wellness, I have to delegate some things. And everybody delegates things, right? A successful business, there's not one person doing the whole job. So I did that. So you might want to, I would say the third thing is delegate. What can you delegate to someone else in a kind way, to yourself and the other person, that can work out for both of you? Turned out it worked out well. Seems like it was fine. And everybody got used to, for today, this new little approach to an appointment. And it seemed to go well, like I said. So I'll find out exactly later how it worked out. But supposedly it's supposed to show you even more good results the more you start to shed the old and be a newer version of you that works better for where you are now in your life, with your focus that you want to focus on, your goals and your wellness. So I think that's about it. I'm going to leave that there for now, actually. I hope you're all doing well. Please subscribe if you feel inclined, and share a way you might, incorporate a new way of showing up in your life below. And thanks for liking this too. I hope I just want to be around and longer, and anything you could do on YouTube, with the likes or the subscribe, helps me to keep this going and bring more of what you like to see and be inspired by. Have a great day or evening, and talk to you soon. Thank you. Bye.